This is Pulse of Africa, the face of Ethiopia, the voice of Africa.
Hello viewers, you're watching Pulse of Africa. I am Samia Mohammed for the main news. First, our top stories for today. Ethiopian Airlines double weekly flights to Lagos. Macron unveils €3 billion plan to rebuild cyclone-hit Mayotte. Algeria targets $10 billion trade volume with Turkey. Senegal launched Going Digital to drive digital transformation. Now, the news in detail. ECOWAS has urged Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger to reconsider their exit and say they can rejoin automatically by July 29, 2025. The three countries left earlier this year to form an alliance of Sahel states. ECOWAS Commissioner Dr. Abdel Fattah Moussa noted that citizens from the trio still enjoy free movement in the region and the bloc is open to cooperation on security and humanitarian issues. Ethiopian Airlines has announced a major expansion in its flight service to Lagos, Nigeria. Beginning June 2025, the airline will increase its weekly flights from 7 to 14. This move reflects a growing demand for connectivity between the two African commercial hubs. The move not only strengthens air connectivity between East and West Africa, but also aligns with Ethiopian Airlines' broader strategy of boosting intra-African trade and trade. The Democratic Republic of Congo has banned the party of former President Joseph Kabila, accusing him of links to the M23 rebel groups, which has seized large parts of the east of the country this year. The ban comes amid reports that Kabila has returned to the country after spending 2 years in South Africa. He said to have returned to the town of Goma, which was seized by M23 in January. Kabila led DR Congo for 18 years after succeeding his father, Laurent, who was shot dead in 2001. Senegal has launched the Going Digital project in partnership with Germany and France, supported by €13.1 million in EU funding. The initiative focuses on improving governance, fostering innovation, and promoting digital inclusion. The project aims to strengthen digital transformation in public institutions and support startups, aligning with the country's Vision Senegal 2050. Minister Alioune Sall highlighted its importance for sustainability development and bridging the digital divide, especially for youth and women. In other news, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and US Vice President J.D. Vance have expressed optimism over the progress of bilateral trade negotiations following their meeting in Delhi. Vance, currently on a 4-day visit to India, highlighted the country's shared commitment to enhancing cooperation in trade, technology, defense, energy, and people-to-people exchange. Modi, in a post on X, reaffirmed their dedication to mutually beneficial collaboration and hosted dinner for Vance and his family. The talks come amid 90-day pause on higher U.S. tariffs, which ends on July 9, with India among several nations negotiating trade deals with the U.S. Meanwhile, French President Emmanuel Macron has unveiled a €3.2 billion plan to rebuild Mayotte, France's poorest department, after a devastating cyclone struck in December. The strongest storm to hit the archipelago in 90 years killed 40 people and caused €3.5 billion in damage. Visiting the island for 4 months later, Macron said the plan spanning 2025 to 2031 will focus on reconstructing, fighting illegal immigration and housing, improving security, and boosting the local economy. Funding will come from national, European, and international sources. The bill is expected to go before Parliament this summer.
Resurgent Ethiopia and burgeoning Africa is here, only on the Pulse of Africa channel, all the time. Pulse of Africa, the face of Ethiopia, the voice of Africa.
Turning to business news. Algeria aims to boost trade with Turkey to $10 billion. Foreign Minister Ahmed Attaf announced Monday after meeting with his Turkish counterpart Hakan Fidan in Algiers. The two ministers co-chaired the third Turkey-Algeria joint planning group meeting, where Attaf noted that trade between the countries hit a record $6 billion last year. He emphasized the need to remove obstacles to reach this new target, highlighting investment opportunities in renewable energy, pharmaceuticals, and other sectors. Finally, global finance leaders will gather in Washington this week for the IMF and World Bank spring meetings with a sharp focus on negotiating trade and tariff deals. While past summits have prioritized issues like climate policy and support for Ukraine, this year's spotlight is on navigating the wave of import tariffs imposed by US. President Donald Trump, since his return to office, many ministers are expected to seek on one-on-one meeting aimed at minimizing tariff impacts, securing investments, and pushing for debt relief. Central to these talks will be U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, whose stance on international cooperation and support for the IMF and World Bank remains uncertain. Before concluding, let us provide you with the latest updates on global commodities prices. Now, to weather updates. That's all for today, and thank you for watching Pulse of Africa.
This is Pulse of Africa, the face of Ethiopia, the voice of Africa.